You're watching TAG TV.
Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Surbhi Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 16th of January. Bunker construction work underway to protect civilians from border firing in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Zalmay Rasool runs for Afghan president for second time. And Nepal's Tharu community celebrates its New Year with fervour. And now for all the details. Construction work for over 2,000 bunkers is underway in civilian areas on war footing amid growing incidents of ceasefire violation by Pakistan along the border in India's Jammu and Kashmir province. In the latest incident on Tuesday, one personnel of India's border security force was killed in firing by Pakistan troops from across the border. Construction work for bunkers in border areas of northern Rajouri district is underway on war footing amid growing incidents of Pakistani troops targeting civilian areas along the line of control or LOC in India's Jammu and Kashmir province. For the past few weeks, Pakistani troops have repeatedly targeted Indian positions and civilian areas along the international border, leading to loss of life and property. In the recent incident on Tuesday, one personnel of India's border security force was killed due to Pakistan firing. Residents on Wednesday hope the bunkers will help prevent civilian casualties.
इस मोर्चे से बहुत फायदा लोगों को जब भी कभी गोलाबारी होगी तो जहां छुपने की जगह हमारे पास और कोई सहारा ही नहीं है चलो मोर्चा होगा तो हम सेफ है
मेरी जुरिडिक्शन में 2002 इंडिविजुअल बंकर्स और 120 कम्युनिटी बंकर्स बनने जा रहे हैं तो इंडिविजुअल बंकर्स तो नेचुरली लोगों के घरों के पास बन रहे हैं और तमाम जो बॉर्डर विलेजेस हैं हमारे उनमें बन रहे हैं
Exchanges of sporadic fire are common along the de facto border despite a ceasefire pact signed in 2003. But the extent and intensity of the firing in the recent past is unusual. The year 2018 witnessed 2,936 ceasefire violations by Pakistani troops, the highest number in the last 15 years along the Indo-Pakistan border. Moving on, well-known Kashmiri activist Dr. Shabir Chaudhry has blamed that Pakistan's inter-services intelligence is involved in dividing Kashmiris and is spreading terrorism and religious intolerance in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. He also highlighted prosecution of common public and activists in the illegally occupied region.
Prominent Kashmiri activist Dr. Shabir Chaudhry recently highlighted Pakistan's inter-services intelligence or ISI's agenda of dividing Kashmiris and blamed that the spy agency is spreading terrorism, extremism and religious intolerance in Pakistan's administered Kashmir. He said several political activists have been victims of harassment and victimization by Pakistani security forces and the ISI for opposing the illegal occupation of Pakistan-administered Kashmir. He also highlighted Islamabad's plundering of natural resources and ignoring the basic rights of locals in the illegally occupied region.
उनके ये झंडे का ऐसा है कि कुछ लोगों को डिवाइड किया जाए, कुछ को प्रमोट किया जाए, कुछ को बदनाम किया जाए. यार अगर सीधी सी बात है अगर उनको आपसे प्यार होता तो मुजफ्फराबाद के लोग इस वक्त ये चीख पुकारना कर रहे थे वो तो आपको आपके अपने पानी से भी महरूम कर रहे हैं आपको आपकी शनाख्त से महरूम कर रहे हैं आपकी किताबों को वो बैन कर रहे हैं वो नहीं चाहते कि आप जो कश्मीर की तारीख से रोशनास हों वो नहीं चाहते कि आपको अपनी जोग्राफी का पता हो.
Activists have long blamed the Pakistan Army and the ISI of using enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings to muzzle dissenting voices in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. A part of the erstwhile Jammu and Kashmir province of India, Pakistan-administered Kashmir was annexed by Pakistan illegally more than 6 decades ago.
In news from Afghanistan, Former Afghan Foreign Minister Zalmay Rasool registered himself for the upcoming presidential elections on Tuesday. Rasool, who will be running for the post for the second time, was one of the leading candidates in 2014 presidential elections.
Former Afghan Minister of Foreign Affairs Zalmay Rasool on Tuesday registered his name for the upcoming presidential elections in Afghanistan for the second time. Earlier, Rasool had ran for president in 2014 elections, in which he was one of the leading candidates in the first round of the elections. So far, 5 candidates, including Rasool, have registered for the 2019 presidential elections.
استقرار صلح، امنیت و مردم سالاری مساعی همه جایمه به عمل بیاورم.
Rasool had served as Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation in 2002, as Chairman of National Security Council from 2002 to 10, and as Minister of Foreign Affairs from January 2010 to October 2013. He resigned as Foreign Minister in October 2013 to stand as a candidate in the 2014 presidential election.
More on news from Afghanistan. Residents near a foreigners' compound in Kabul city have expressed fear and demanded the government to remove the compound from the area following Monday's deadly terror attack. Taliban claimed responsibility for the car bomb attack, which killed at least 4 and wounded several.
Residents living near a compound of foreign NGOs in the eastern part of Afghanistan's Kabul city on Tuesday called on the government to remove the compound from the residential area following Monday's deadly car bomb attack. The compound named Green Village was established 10 years ago and so far, according to the Interior Ministry, has been targeted 4 times. The explosion's impact was such that it destroyed most of the nearby houses. It broke windows a few miles away and was heard almost throughout the entire city. Many people were wounded by glass from broken windows.
این مردم بسیار فقیر و بیچاره مردم شده دیگه. هیچ واسه توان قدرت نداره. عادس از امی کامپ. بالا ها خسارت در هر خانه میرسه بعد هر جوان در هر خانه از بین رفته. این تو خانه نیست که رنگ ندیده باشه. عادس از امی کامپ که دیگه جور شده.
Afghan Taliban claimed the Monday's attack, which killed at least 4 and wounded several. It came as U.S. Special Peace Envoy for Afghanistan Zalmay Khalilzad tours the region for meetings aimed at bringing an end to the 17-year war in Afghanistan.
Moving on to news from Nepal. Tharu community in Nepal on Tuesday celebrated Magh festival, which marks the beginning of the auspicious first month of the Nepali calendar with great joy and enthusiasm. The community celebrated the festival by organizing various cultural events, including traditional dance performances.
People belonging to the Tharu community in Nepal's Birganj on Tuesday celebrated the festival of Magh, which marks the beginning of the auspicious first month of the Nepali calendar. The community in the Himalayan nation celebrated the festival by organizing cultural events, including traditional dance performances by children. The first day of Magh is celebrated as Maghi or New Year. The week-long festivities include getting together of family and friends, attending fairs, dressing up in their traditional Tharu attire, eating, drinking and merrymaking.
हम लोग छोड़ते आ रहे हैं उसको भी उजागर करने के लिए यहाँ फूड फेस्टिवल का भी व्यवस्था किए हैं हम लोग और हम लोग अपने वेशभूषा में अपने लोकल भाषा में हम लोग यहाँ प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं। यहाँ नाच गान का भी व्यवस्था है जो कि हम लोग थारू समुदाय में हम लोग अपने हिसाब से जो हम लोग का खुद अपना भाषा में और अपना संस्कृति में जो जिस किस्म का और नाच गान हुआ और डांस प्रोग्राम हुआ ये सब हम लोग का अपना भाषा में और अपने किस्म से ही हम लोग मनाते हैं।
The Magh festival is also celebrated in Nepal's Terai region by the Tharu community. The festival is also celebrated by taking a ritual dip in holy river confluences, most notably in Devghat and Chitwan in Nepal. People worship Hindu god Vishnu during the month by offering him prayers and reading the holy book Bhagavad Gita.
A number of medical centers were put up in India's western Gujarat province to treat the birds injured by the thread used to fly kites. Over 100 birds were provided medical treatment by veterinary doctors in different rescue and medical centers.
A number of volunteers and veterinary doctors on Tuesday rescued and treated over 100 birds injured during a recent kite flying festival in India's western Gujarat province. Many birds were injured during the Hindu festival of Makar Sankranti after coming in contact with manja, the glass-coated string used to fly kites. Volunteers and doctors at rescue camps were seen treating the birds, which were injured mostly in the wings and the legs. They were also wrapped up with bandages to quickly heal the wounds.
जनरली तो अभी ये दौरे की वजह से घाव ही रहता है, तो उसका सूचर ले लेते हैं, उसको एंटीबायोटिक दवा पिलाई जाती है और बैंडेज करके फिर हम हमारे यहाँ जो रेस्क्यू में जो रिहेबिलिटेशन सेंटर रखा है वहाँ उसको छोड़ देता है. 2-3 दिन हुआ, फिर से हम उसको चेक करके उसको दवा पिला देते हैं और बिल्कुल अच्छा हो जाता है तो फिर उसको मुक्त कर देते हैं.
The birds which are nesting inside the trees are getting out for the food. They are getting hurt by the string and all everything. So after Uttarayan, it is our observation that after completion of the kite flying, the numbers are increasing, and actually after 2 to 3 days after the calls are coming, the death ratio also is going to be increased because it is not survived and it has not been rescued for a longer time.
In Gujarat, people fly kites to mark the festival of Makar Sankranti. During the festival, the skies over most cities of the province remain covered with kites from before dawn until well after dark.
Devout Hindus in India's southern Chennai city on Wednesday worshipped cattle to mark the celebration of Mattu Pongal. They were also seen getting into arenas, wearing coloured sport gear for traditional bull taming festival Jallikattu. Devout Hindus on Wednesday celebrated the second day of harvest festival of Pongal, also known as Mattu Pongal, by worshipping the cattle in India's southern Chennai city. During the festival, cows are given a bath, are well massaged and are painted in colours deemed sacred. The horns in particular are bedecked with bells and flowers before the worship. They are later fed jaggery, bananas and green fodder. Mattu Pongal or Cow Pongal is a festival of thanksgiving dedicated to the cattle and is widely celebrated by farmers and city folk alike.
Today's Mattu Pongal is very auspicious for all of us. See, all our functions in traditional way, it is not only entertainment, it also leads to enlightenment, because we have to give as a duty bound thanksgiving to Gomata. It gives milk, it helps us in farming. So as part of Thanksgiving, we celebrate today as Go Puja, because it helps us in all the way.
Meanwhile, in Madurai city of India's southern Tamil Nadu province, people were seen getting into arenas wearing coloured sports gear for traditional bull taming festival Jallikattu.
So I've seen Spanish bullfighting, and that seems to be a little more aggressive and not necessarily competitive for the animal and the people. So I like Jallikattu much better. It's a great team sport, a great community sport, safer for the animals, and it's very, very team-orientated. From the people from the different villages are competing against each other, and it's much more exciting than a Spanish bullfight.
Jallikattu, which is an Indian version of the Spanish sport, doesn't aim to kill the bulls but to dominate and tame them, and pluck away bundles of money or other treats tied to their specially sharpened horns. Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on southasianewsline.com. You can also visit us on facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.